from Rhode Island, 1 Democrat, 1 Republican are headed to Arizona. Why? Well, the state representatives want to talk about illegal immigration. Joining us now, Rhode Island State Representative Joseph Trillo. He is the Republican, and State Representative Peter Palumbo, a Democrat. Good evening, both of you.
Hi, Gretta.
Good evening, Gretta.
All right, let me start with you, Peter. Tell me about your illegal immigration statute and what you're proposing and why you want to go to Arizona to talk to the governor.
Okay, well, I've been working on this issue in Rhode Island along with Representative Trillo in a bipartisan effort since 2008. And there's nothing such as a border state anymore. Even though we're not on the border, Rhode Island has a unique set of problems of its own. We have somewhere in the vicinity of 40,000 plus illegal aliens in Rhode Island. And we have a don't ask, don't tell policy in this state. Or we did prior to this governor and his executive order. So we have our issues. It's costing us somewhere between $150 to $350 million a year taking care of these illegal aliens. We need to address the issue as border states do, and we put the form of the Arizona bill in last year. Unfortunately, we did it late, and we want to go down and talk to the governor and find out what the problems are with the legislation, so maybe we can strengthen it from what she has to offer.
Representative Trillo, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask you, you're supposed to meet with Governor Brewer about September 9th. What are you going to ask her?
Well, what we really want to see is, for me, it's important to sort of see, feel, and touch the environment of how serious the problem is, especially in a border state. But we also want to find out what they plan on doing to modify, if anything, to modify the law that was put in, so that when we reintroduce the new legislation in this upcoming session, that we wouldn't experience the same problems that they might have already experienced with their legislation. So if there's any redraft in the planning, hopefully we can have an insight into that.
Well, it's sort of interesting because this truly is bipartisan. One of you gentlemen is a Republican, one of you gentlemen is a Democrat. Is this sort of unique on this particular issue, or do you guys work together typically in your state?
Well, we've worked together on several issues, but this happens to be an issue that's near and dear to both our hearts. We have a very generous human services budget in the state of Rhode Island, and a lot of that budget is being consumed with the illegal immigration population in the state. We give them free health care if they make under $25,000 a year. We don't ask them whether they're legal or whether they're illegal. They can walk into any one of our hospitals. They get uncompensated care, and then we reimburse the hospital. So it's costing us a lot of actual dollars in terms of what our state budget is, but it's also costing a lot of jobs and other problems.
Greta, we have something in Rhode Island. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I want to hear from you. Go ahead, you tell me.
We have, we've all heard of anchor babies. We have something unique to Rhode Island, and they're called anchor embryos. And what it is, a policy that we have in the state of Rhode Island, if you're an illegal alien woman and you're pregnant, and you come to Rhode Island, and you get to the Department of Human Services, the first thing you have to do is tell them that you're an illegal alien woman and you're pregnant. And the Department of Human Services will offer you, do you want Blue Cross, United, or Neighborhood Health? And then what they do is they offer them $450 a month on a card to spend money. And you tell them, wait a second, don't spend that on food though, because we're going to give you another $275 a month to spend on food. So we have policies that are very generous in this state to illegal aliens. And if we address a lot of these incentives, they would self-deport, as they are in other cities and towns and states throughout the U.S.
All right, September 9th or so is the date that you meet with the governor. I hope that both of you come back on September 9th. We can do a remote interview from there. So, gentlemen, I hope you'll join us after you've met with the governor.
Great.
Great.
Thank you very much, Greta.
Thank you.
Thank you both.